It's nice to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, well, someone told me that you were going to be coming to the north of England. And, well, now's my chance to introduce you to some of our ways. What do you say? Yeah? Sweet. Well, what are you planning on doing while you're here? Just want to find out a bit more about northern culture, eh? Yeah. Are you going to the south of England, or? Yeah, you are. Fair enough. I mean, you know, London's alright, innit? Well, you don't know, you've not been, but yeah. I'll give you a little secret. I'll tell you a little secret. North of England is just better. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't need to tell you that. You'll see it for yourself. But I have a friend who you can talk to after this, and she's from the south, so she'll talk to you a bit more about what they do there and how they act and all that jazz. But for the meantime, let's just chill out together for a bit, and yeah, you can get to know me a bit more. Can I offer you some tea? It's actually Yorkshire tea, because, you know, there's nothing better, is there really? Actually, I'm lying, it's Earl Grey tea, but still, I mean, Yorkshire is awesome, so. I'm actually from Lancashire, but, you know, Yorkshire's like sister or brother to me, so. Well, can I get you some tea? Are you sure? Missing out, but yeah, no worries. Well, anyway, I'll start off with some differences in some words that northerners use and that southerners don't use. Well, the easiest way to tell if someone's from the north of England or from the south of England is to ask them to pronounce the word spelt B-A-T-H. So I would say bath, but a southerner would say it like bath. So we say it in the correct way, which is bath, and they in the south say it bath. Would you like to have a bath, darling? Oh no, darling, I just have my glass of champagne here, and okay, I can't do a southern accent, so I'll leave that up to my friend to do that for you. But yeah, glass and bath. That's how us northerners say it. Another thing is that we don't just say tea to mean the drink. We actually say tea to mean your dinner. Might seem confusing, but in the north, well, in most parts of the north anyway, we have brekkie, breakfast, And then we have dinner. And then we have tea. And if you're lucky, you get some supper, you know. But in the south, they don't call it tea. They call it breakfast, lunch, dinner. So, yeah, weird, isn't it? I know. You'll notice as well that we have a lot more, we have different slang words for things. In the south, though, they have rhyming slang. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It don't really make sense. I mean, bees and honey for money. Why not just say money? You know what I mean? Who could forget as well? I mean, we have this sort of north and south divide, I guess. I mean, I'll admit to you, I did go to a southern university because I just wanted to see what it was like, you know, other side of the continent. And yeah, they were nice people, but to be honest, like when you go to London, everyone's just too busy to talk to you. But you come up to the north, and everyone wants to chat to you. Well, not everyone, but, you know, proper friendly us lot like. So, yeah. You'll be walking down the street and one of those northern lot will be greeting you with a nice hello, you alright? How you doing, love? So yeah, but I mean, there's some friendly southern people, I guess. Just depends, really. As long as you're not in the centre of London, you're fine. You're fine. And then we have to sort of I guess TV programmes that are really popular. We have Coronation Street here in the north, and yeah, it's right funny. My mum watches it all the time. It's not annoying at all. It's full of loads of northerners. And then you have EastEnders, which is like, I don't know, it's alright in that. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty much the same as Coronation Street, just different accents. But still, I think you'd prefer to watch Coronation Street, wouldn't you? You know. So yeah, you should check it out. Get a feel for the Yorkshire accent or the Lancastrian accent. I mean, you know, lots of good people have come from the south, but more from the north, I'd say. I mean, you've got, you know, the band Oasis. I mean, just amazing music. Nothing can top it. Well, sort of. Not really. And then you've got, who else have we got? Sean Bean. Sean Bean. How could you forget Sean Bean? He's awesome in that bloody Game of Thrones, isn't he? Yeah, I know. And that egret. She's one of a kind, isn't she? Yeah, proper northern lass, like. Proper strong-willed. I mean, some people might see it as a bit too, you know, strong. I mean, we can be a little bit abrupt sometimes as a, you know, culture. Us northerners say it as it is, you know. Not southern fairies. We're strong and we're gritty and all of that, but still, you know, Southerners still nice, I guess. And then we have places like blooming Hadrian's Wall, you know, just like amazing history. And York, wait, is York classed as? Yeah, it's York, it's got Yorkshire in it, must be north of England. So, yeah, what do you think? Yeah. I know. It's a tough one, isn't it? If you had to decide sort of which part of England you like more. I mean, statistically, you know, like the north is sort of just full of happier people because we're in the countryside, you know. Sheep everywhere, cows everywhere. Whereas in London, you know, yeah, it's bustling, hustle and bustle, all that. You've got places like Brighton, which, you know, is pretty cool, but still, you know, it's got nothing, has it, on blooming these Lancashire hills. But to be fair, you can walk into a pub here and you can be drunk off 10 quid. Whereas in the south, you go to a pub, 10 quid won't get you nothing. Maybe it'll get you a shot and a beer. Yeah. Oh, and then bloody house prices in south of England, they're shot. It's unbelievable. Whereas in the north, it's way cheaper to live because it's less populated. You know what I mean? It's not like loads of fish in a can. It's more open space, less people, less hassle if you ask me. Yeah, I know. Well, I've almost finished my tea. To be fair, Northerners and Southerners do love our tea. Yeah, we do. They're alright, them Southerners, though. For all their shortcomings, you know, they're alright. But they don't have one thing that we have. Do you want to know what it is? Yeah, you do. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Pies and gravy. They just don't have it. I mean, I guess, you know, you've got Greg's that's now emigrated over there. Best shop ever. Alright, it's not shop, it's bakery. Cheap bakery. And, you know, it used to be a northern thing, but now it's sort of gone to the south, I guess. Maybe it's always been there. I don't know, I just always thought it was northern. But yeah, you know, we like our pies and our gravy. Whereas you go to the south and it's just full of chicken chops. And they like ketchup. Instead of bloody gravy. Are they mental? I think they must be mental. I know. It's weird, isn't it? Trying to think of anything else that I might have missed. I know there's probably loads. You know, it's just easy to see that the north is better. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoy your stay here, wherever you go. Yeah, I know. Well, you'll have to watch Corrie and let me know what you think of it. Yeah. Well, I hope you'll enjoy your stay here, and I'm sure that the locals will be really friendly to you. So, I mean, we all have our different dialects, you know, but in the south, it's the same thing, really. I mean, their accent is a bit more posh than ours. us, kind of, we're more like nitty and gritty and just posh and all of that. We don't need coats, we just need, well, to be fair, I do need a coat, I'm always cold. But all the northerners, you know, they're used to the cold. That's the only trouble. It rains a lot here. Manchester. Yeah. That's literally the only bad thing about the north of England. South of England, you know, this hog all the sun is ridiculous. But to all my southern friends, you've taught me a lot about your southern ways, and yeah, you know, you're not so bad after all, I guess. Even though there is a bit of a divide, we still love you. But if it wasn't for us in the Industrial Revolution, then England won't be what it is today. So, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now, because I could just chat at you forever. You're really good at listening, you know. It's really awesome, that. So, I hope we can be mates. Yeah? Cool. Well, I'll let you get going now. And, oh, you can talk to my friend. She'll be waiting for you. So, yeah. Take care now. And I hope to see you again soon.
Well, hello there. Thank you for coming to see me. My friend did tell me that you would be visiting, so I'm so pleased that you made it. Did you have a safe journey? Good. And how was your time experiencing the north? Been watching Corrie, have we? Have you been trying any particular northern delicacies? Oh, gravy and chips. How lovely. Well, my friend told me that you would like to learn more about the south. And as you are here, I thought I'd prepare a few little pointers for you. Does that sound good? Excellent. Well, before we get started, of course, I've laid out some little treats for you and a cup of tea. Can I offer you some? Earl Grey, of course. No. We don't offer Yorkshire tea down here. Earl Grey? Or perhaps a fruity mint? No? Are you completely sure? I mean, it is the afternoon. It's afternoon tea time. I've done us some little finger sandwiches, some little tiny scones. No? Well, someone must be full up on chips and gravy. Well, I'm going to have some tea myself, if you don't mind. Oh dear. I'll need to put on another pot. Sorry, what's that? Up in the north they tend to use mugs? Yes. No, see, down in the south things tend to be a little bit more civilised, you know. We do like our cups and saucers, and of course our afternoon teas. That is a must. Well, if I can't offer you tea or any of my delightful snacks, then we should just jump right into what makes the South better. I mean, the differences between the North and the South. Let me just get my little book. Right. Okay, well, number one. I suppose the first thing you'll notice about the South is the accent. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of different regions within the South. For example, in London you have many different areas, and if you are familiar with the television programme Only Fools and Horses, you will hear a more down-to-earth, shall we say, accent, and that is from Peckham. If you're a fan of the television show The Only Way is Essex, needless to say, that is an Essex accent. Now, my accent is perhaps what the North would typically associate with the South. Our words tend to be quite pronounced, and some may say that we sound a little bit posh. Now, personally, I never like to think of myself as posh, but there we are. I'm not sure how to define my accent other than posh, but I suppose, as I'm sure my northern friend will have told you, the main difference is the way we say our vowels. So it's the way we say our A's, for example. So whereas I may say, please pass the tea, someone from up north may say, please pass the tea. I may say, oh darling, I need to run a bath. Whereas up north they may say, run me a bath. So I suppose that would be the main difference. Now, there are some other pointers that I'm sure my northern friend will have touched upon already. Some things that we do differently in the South are, I suppose, we are a bit more standoffish. Now, don't get me wrong, we are all very polite, but we are less likely to say hello to a stranger in the street. Whereas up north, well, they'll say hello to anyone. I mean, each to their own. So, next on the list, we've done the posh accent, approachability. I suppose when we talk about culture, obviously in the South you have the capital of the UK, which is London. And that's typically defined as being very, very busy. But there's also a lot of culture in the South. The royal family, Buckingham Palace. We have wonderful art galleries. We also have beautiful countryside. we have beautiful beaches. Now, from the region I am from, we have wonderful, world-famous beaches. And up north, well, if you like to be cold, then head north. In the south, yes, it does tend to rain a lot, but we do get the sunshine much more than the north. And as I said, we have a very good mix of things. Up north, there is a lot of countryside, whereas in the south, you've got the mix of the city, the hustle and bustle, but you've also got the more relaxing aspect of the beautiful Dorset countryside and all of the beaches. So I mean, when deciding whether to live in the north or the south, what would you go for? Just based on those points I've told you so far. Still undecided? Okay. Well, how about if I tell you some famous people that are from the south? So, well, obviously the royal family, Kate and Wills. Then I suppose you have, well, I suppose you have some supermodels such as Kate Moss and Naomi Campbell. Who else do we have? David Beckham. We also have Robert Pattinson, fashion designers such as Stella McCartney, and of course comedians such as Michael McIntyre. I mean, there is a lot of talent down here. There is, and some say that if you are looking to get into television or to be famous, then to head for London. There are a lot of stage schools. You'll also find all of the musicals in the West End. So I think in the south we have an excellent mix of things. So it is a good place to live, and I'm of course not opposed to the north. No. But we do have, I would say, a slightly wider appeal for a lot of those reasons. Let me check my notes for you to see if there's anything else. Well, going back to food, because let's face it, we all eat. Some typical differences. Now, I'm not sure if my friend touched on this, but obviously we call our rolls rolls, whereas they might refer to them as baps. I mean, that just isn't right, is it? A roll is a roll, not a bap or a balm. Or, you know, we have our chips not with gravy, because of course gravy is reserved for a roast dinner. We have, you know, salt and vinegar on our chips. We have ketchup. You'll tend to find, takeaway wise, I suppose, a lot of chicken based shops. I mean, I don't go to them, but you know, I've heard they're good. So, yes, I suppose another thing along the food line would be our drinks. We tend to be wine drinkers. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do have a mix. Everyone drinks anything, to be fair, anywhere you are. But I would say we are typically wine drinkers, and our alcohol is very expensive. If you are planning on going out, you won't get far with £10. Whereas if you were to go up north, well, you definitely be more likely to get drunk quicker. So, that is, well, I don't know what you prefer. Do you like getting drunk quickly? We tend to, I suppose, savour our alcohol and appreciate it more. Maybe. What else? I think prices in the south in general are quite high, not just in alcohol, but in a lot of areas. For example, in London, house prices are quite extraordinary. So most people rent, and you could be renting literally a space. There was literally a space at the end of somebody's bed in their room. £400 a week. £400 a week. Up north, that would probably get you a house. You know, it is quite absurd, in all honesty. But then, you know, we have a lot to offer in the south, opportunity-wise, and perhaps that reflects in our prices. A lot of people who are looking for a big career do tend to head to London. Of course, we have the best universities down here, Oxford and Cambridge, some of the best in the world. And so I feel when you are making your decision about the north and the south, you do have to weigh up all of those issues and points. Are you sure I can't get you a cup of tea? No? Well, to be fair, it will be time for dinner soon. Or, you know, as the north would say, tea time. Well, are you any closer at reaching a decision? No? What a shame. Well, you have only just arrived. Now, I'm not sure where you are planning on going, but I would suggest you try and absorb an array of what we have to offer. I would head down to Dorset for the countryside. I would definitely head to London, soak up some of the culture. And I would also find somewhere nice and cosy. Mind you, I suppose you're staying in a hotel, but that's okay. Just relax in front of the television one evening in your hotel and pop on EastEnders. That'll give you a slightly different view of the south, perhaps a less posh one, but still a very southern one. So, to sum up, the north and the south, very different. A divide that has been going on for many years, but down in the south we have nothing against those northerners. We love you, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual. So, I do hope you enjoy your stay. And I do hope you come to visit me when you've made your decision to stay in the south, of course. If you're going up north, then... Anyway, I am going to finish off the rest of the afternoon tea, and I'll give you a little map of the area and you can show yourself out. Okay. Well, goodbye then. Lovely to see you.